Alright, what's up, y'all? So I got some new stuff to show y'all today. First, y'all look at the roses. Okay, that's enough of that. They back blooming again. Actually, did I show you yeah, I'll show them up close in a minute. First I want to walk over here and show y'all this. I'm gonna have to look back and see where I got these onions from. These onions ain't about a lot of time. They was set, and they bulbed a little, but they really ain't done much. And I did what I usually do to onions. That ain't about a lot of them, so that's a bust on them onions. I'm gonna harvest them and still eat them or whatever, but them onions ain't about a lot of this is the greens, and y'all see how they growing back nicely. I still kind of got a few little places, like right in here where it's old mat, where I wish, those little spots was closed up, but it is what it is. This bed in the front get more sun than that bed, but y'all can see the stuff is looking decent. I sprayed again yesterday. We hadn't gotten any rain in the last, let me think. It's probably been a good week now. Let me think. Yeah, it's probably been about a week now. Yeah, about a week. We hadn't gotten any rain. Maybe a little less than a week, maybe 6 days. But I got most of the blueberries. I've been eating them as I've been getting them. I don't know if y'all can see them bees over there. The catnip going to seed. And the bees is really over there working at catnip. So hopefully I have me some good seeds. I only got about 2 or 3 blueberries left to harvest. And that's going to be that. I want to let y'all know that my videos are, for instance, today is June the 12th, 11th, I believe. And I don't know when this is going to come out. It's probably going to be in July. So that lets you know how far in advance I am, y'all. Y'all, I'm not posting a video every day, just so I can catch up so y'all can see me live. First of all, life happens. I've had it happen before. Things happen, and you can schedule your videos on YouTube to be uploaded. So I do a video every 3 days. That's what people is used to getting from me. So every 3 days, they know they're going to get something. And if I put them out every day, I notice they don't get watched. Like if I wait every 3 days. Like, for instance, if I put them out every day, I may get 100 views. Y'all see that wind blowing? Look how I got this stuff right here blowing. Anyway, if I put them out every day, people don't watch. So when I put them out every 3 days, I get good views. And I don't bombard y'all with 30-minute videos every day. People ain't got that every day to watch. And my videos are generally about that length anyway. But I did get my callaloo planted out. Some of them are still very small. These little ones, well, that's purslane. That's wild coming up out in plenty. But callaloo, these ain't looking too good, but they will get bigger. These are callaloo too. They will get bigger and look better. I had put some peppers over there. I don't know if I've talked about that or not. Those were kind of some random peppers that just came up in the greenhouse that I planted. So there you have that. Harlequin bug. As you can see, like I told y'all, I did dilute that 7 down a lot, and I sprayed it. My harlequin bug. What I try to do with that, I'm trying to explain it. I try to knock the harlequin bugs back. So the population was real high. I try to knock it back, and then once I knock the population back, it's easier to control. It's hard to control. It's just like if you got house roaches or something. If you got infestation, it's hard to control the infestation. Versus if you got a few, kill them few and wipe them out. That's kind of similar to what I'm doing here. I know I'll never wipe out all the harlequin bugs, but once I get the population down to where I'm only seeing 3, 4, 5, it's easy for me. Then I won't have to use the poison anymore. I can go in, kill them, pluck them off, or you see what I'm saying? I can use means that's not poison, because I'm telling y'all, I don't like using 7, but Like I said, I do dilute it down. What they recommend, I do 25% of what they recommend. So if they recommend, I can't remember what the measurements is. I have to look every time. They let you know how much. I don't use it because if I have to look in order to mix it up. But like for instance, if they say 1 ounce to 1 quart, I do 1/4 of an ounce to 1 quart. You see what I'm saying? So I mix it down to 25% of what it's supposed to be. And that's enough to knock those harlequin bugs back. Not potentially poison me because like I said, y'all can think what y'all want. That stuff in the store that's organic, I don't believe it's organic. When it has 0 holes in it, how are they doing that? My garden is nowhere near that size. And when you're a commercial farmer, you don't even look at your plants every day. You don't. It's just fact. So how are they doing that? And people need to ask themselves that question. There's no way that that stuff is completely and totally organic, never been sprayed, never had anything on it. It's impossible. They just don't spray when the people come to look at their crops. That's all they do. But anyhow, this is a Buena Mulata, and y'all can see, first of all, it's already branching, and you can see where it's gonna be peppers at already. Remember this one was 8 down to the stems? That one's bouncing back too, and it's actually branching, so it should start making peppers real soon. Those are my first 2 Buena Mulatas. These are the other 2. These are actually doing better. This one has a bloom on it. As y'all can see, it had another bloom, but the first bloom, it just fell off. That happens a lot. It looked like it's another one getting ready to open up. This one has branched already. It's branched twice actually. And it's got peppers getting ready to come on it. I harvested some of the oregano and the sage. I need to harvest probably some more sage, some more oregano. Look like the more I harvest that oregano, it's actually trying to go to seed on me. So the more I harvest it, the more it, do its thing. These here, I want to show you this. So over in here, I planted cowpeas. Now I want y'all to look at, here's one of the plants right here. I broke that leaf off, but that's okay. So here's one of the plants here. Y'all see how that look? Now I want to show y'all volunteers. In this bed, there's cowpeas coming up because I grew cowpeas over there. Some probably fell over here, got knocked over here, whatever. These are our volunteers. Look at how big these plants are. I'm gonna go up under here. Look at that stem. Look at that stem. These are volunteers. I did plant some callaloo in here too. So what I'm doing is I'm leaning it over so it can climb these poles. By the way, I already way up there. I ain't got about 3 more feet. And that little piece way up there is gonna be at the top already. But they'll wrap, come back down and go back up. Y'all, if y'all let these cowpeas climb, these some climbing boogers, but you don't have to let them climb. You can let them sprawl on the ground if you want to, because I'm going to show you a place in my garden that I'm doing that for the first time. I've seen other people do it, but I hadn't done it. Let me show y'all something. This is the Jamaican, the broadleaf callaloo. Look at this here. Callaloo is amaranth. This is amaranth too. But I just call this amaranth instead of calling it callaloo, because this is your regular amaranth that you see all the time. See this? This is the broadleaf one. This is the regular one. So I have both out here. That regular amaranth, it went to seed, and child, them seeds get everywhere. You reuse your soil, whatever, they get everywhere. So out here, these are the lemon drop melons, but I also went in and put in some sorrel and some okra. I got sorrel and okra. This is volunteer peanut. Some of the okra and sorrel and stuff hasn't stood back up. It was kind of leaning a little bit, but it'll bounce back and stand on back up. These right here are volunteer oak trees that the squirrels planted. So here are my tomatoes growing up out of the cage. These is Zapotec, those is Zapotec. You can see get some blooms there. I think it's 3 or 4 plants here. This is 3 or 4 plants in this big thing here. I also have some okra. This is volunteer amaranth. What is this? Probably blackberry. Yeah, that's blackberry. I'll get that out of there before it get thorns on it. I ain't got time to be fooled. These were some of the overwintered peppers. And with this leaf shape, I'm almost certain those are those sweet tarts. These are okra. That's some callaloo. That's a little callaloo. These are some peas that just came up. And I got the thing, I'm gonna try to root it up that pole. That's what I'm gonna try to do. These here are some ground cherries from True Love. These are the drots. They said these are real sweet, so I got 3 of them. Hopefully they make it. And come on, I think these for sure will make it. This one, you know, we'll see. Volunteer tomato, don't know what that is, but y'all, it's hard for me to do away with my volunteers because they grow so good. This is an overwintered pepper. I'm pretty sure that's one of the sweet tarts too. Look how big that leaf is. How big and pretty. I don't know what he got going on anyway. These are roast con pollo peppers. Now I was told these need a long growing season. What y'all finna see me do is pinch off some of these bottom pep leaves. And y'all may say, well, why you do that? First of all, some of them ate up. Second of all, it'll start. Sometime when you go and let your pepper start branching a little faster, it'll make peppers a little faster. Well, I don't know what he been doing. Child, the dude car was down for so long, and his homeboy came over here yesterday, but hell, I guess the car back running. I'm glad they got it back running, child. But anyway, this too, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pinch off some of these bottom leaves, because honestly, those first little leaves, when these peppers hang on to these leaves, they have a tendency to not want to produce worth a damn. So those first 3 or 4 leaves, because those leaves aren't going to do anything. They wasn't going to make no peppers no how. So I pinch off a lot of that bottom stuff. I put some callaloo over here, so I kind of got callaloo everywhere. Y'all know me, I don't never really just. Also, I want to show you this. See how this leaf look versus that leaf? This is one of the earlier leaves, kind of flatter, straighter. So yeah, I try to get some of that stuff off. These is some volunteer peppers that come up somewhere. See how this still got the cotyledon on it? Take that off. Cotyledons to me definitely slow your pepper plants down. And I kind of planted this kind of like in a cluster like. All of those are kind of planted in a cluster. They'll be fine. Look here, making peppers are ready. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. Like I said, I had some pepper seeds spilled. Child, I have all kind of stuff going on. Stuff just be going on. Y'all be going on. Look at the Swiss chard. This is bright lights. Look at how thick those stems are. And how much Swiss chard. And I harvest off this almost every day. And these leaves around the edge just toe up. Just tear them off. And then lay them down. Right down in here. Just lay them down. That's the way I do. Any of them leaves that's toe up and look crazy, I lay them down in there and let them feed the plant. Like this here. This is an old leaf. It look toe up. See all the leaves I got laying? Y'all tell me, do y'all take y'all leaves and take them off somewhere else and be talking about, I be hearing people say this. Don't let no leaves lay down at the base of your stuff. It causes disease. Y'all see any disease out here? I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be funny. Y'all see any disease? Do you ever really see disease in my garden? I'm not saying people don't have disease in their garden. I think sometimes y'all just be saying what other people saying and you ain't really testing this stuff out. I want to say this too. I don't never sucker my tomatoes ever. I'm not telling you to not sucker your tomatoes, but I never do. They said take life away from the plant. That's bull. You get fruit out of them. It don't take life away from nothing. So that one is just a straight lie. Now, if you want to sucker them for other reasons, for instance, Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead says she usually suckers hers because it's hard for her to see the tomato hornworm. Okay, I agree with that, because the more your plant is like a jungle, and y'all know how my tomatoes get, just watch. If we don't have no summer like last year where my stuff burn up, just watch. My tomatoes get like a jungle and y'all know it. And you can't see. And so I agree with that. You cannot. It's hard to see. But I never get tomato hornworms. I mean, by the time I notice the damage, the birds have gotten them. And let me say this. I'm going to try to give this tip, and hopefully y'all will listen. Y'all see these poles? And I know what y'all going to say, well, them the poles for the stuff to climb. You right. I'm going to tell you what I often see, though. I may sit in that room and look out here And the cages too. Y'all want to know what I often see? It's another reason why I tell you, either don't cut down all your shade trees or have some shade trees. Look over there. See on the other side of my driveway? Where it's just straight trees. This tree I had cut, but it didn't die. So new limbs grew. Y'all see all those limbs over the top? Them birds nest up in them trees. They nest in all these trees around here. And when they nest, they gonna fly out and look for food. Well, when they fly out, where y'all think they fly out to? Right on these things. I be seeing mockingbirds sitting on these poles. I be seeing blue jays sitting on these poles. I be seeing cardinals sitting on these poles. I see all that. And I saw a mockingbird sitting right up here yesterday. He was sitting up here. He was looking down over there. He swooped down in there and swooped back up here. When he swooped back up here, he had something green in his mouth. I know it's worm. I have come out here and seen hornworm damage and searched my plant high and low, never did find a hornworm, never did get no more damage. It's because them birds, please invite the birds into your garden if you can. Get you a bird bath, anything, something to invite the birds in. This is my little mustards. Y'all see they going to seed and stuff, and I'm letting the beans go to seed too. Once the beans come out of here and the mustards come out of here, I'm gonna have to figure out what I want right here. I don't know if I want melon, squash. I don't know what I want right there. I want something though. Something got to be put right there. This here is a ground cherry. There's some more ground cherries coming up right there. Is this goji berry? That's what it look like. This is a goji berry behind it. All over there is goji berry. This ground cherry is making ground cherries. If you grow a ground cherry, get ready, because you're gonna have a lot of them. They're gonna come on. It's gonna be a lot of them to come on your plant. I did tie these tomatoes to these poles with that green stuff. You can do them however you want. Those are the beets. But let me go back here. Let me see. Yeah, we're at 17 minutes. Let me hurry up. I want to go back here and show y'all. I got a few little developments in the back. Y'all, really, I haven't had no problems so far. Not really. Not any major problems. Everything's been doing okay. It hasn't been too hot. It's been hot, but it ain't too hot. Y'all see my black turmeric my girl Aisha hooked me up with? Look at it with that black stripe down the middle. See I got two little pieces over there and a piece over. Child, you ain't be able to tell me nothing, because that's all I needed. I needed for those little pieces just to come up. Once those pieces come up, I knew I was going to be ready. I was going to be ready like Freddie. Y'all don't mind me, I'm putting together something right here. So I got to finish putting it together later, but I have so much going on at one point in time. I'm going to try to finish that today, put that on together. We've been had some days without rain, so I don't know how to act. I'll be out here doing too much. So there's my rusting red. Like I told you, I'm not putting it in the ground till it go dormant. I ain't about stressing out no trees. But I did pinch the tips out of this. And when I did that, that encouraged some growth. A lot of these runners have taken. Know this, that when your plants throw off a lot of runners, they're not going to make a whole lot of berries. They putting their energy towards runners, but see, I want more plants. So I'm not tripping too bad on that. But I really want to come over here, and I'm going to have to do it gingerly and quickly because the mosquitoes is bad back here. My kumquat, it went on, decided to bloom for me. And when I tell you those few little blooms, they smell so good. And it's still putting on new growth too, the kumquat. These are some tomatoes I got back here in the shade. That's a volunteer. I didn't even plant that up. These were volunteers. No, these are blush. That little one is a volunteer, but the big ones are blush. Those were seeds that Nellie Williams sent to me. And then I have these tomatoes here. This is a weed. These things come up back here. Dog, I wish I could have got all that. But anyway, I had a couple of figs. I had the bag. I had a pepper in one of these. Child, and the pepper must have died back. I had a volunteer pepper. It must didn't like it out here. It must have died on back. It's all right. But yeah, my figs are doing beautifully. Some of these strawberries over here that I redid, I did lose some of them, like that one. That one I lost. I'm not sure why. I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a limb and say this. I feel like a lot of the strawberries that are in the stores, I think they're inferior. I really do. Nobody's strawberries have grown like the ones Angela sent me. These strawberries in the store, whether it be the bare root or the plants, I just find it's just like too many people have problems with strawberries, and I don't know what they're doing to these strawberries. I don't know, but I've never had plants die on me as much as strawberries have. And I've tried them from seed, and when I can get them to go from seed, they do fine. They do okay. But anyhow, I got a lot of brown turkey figs bagged. I had to bag one yesterday, and I've got a lot of these LSU figs bagged as well. The Celeste, I'm ever more impressed with this because remember all the leaves come off now. This girl like to die on me. So I got one bagged, right? Y'all see that? That's gonna be a fig there. Look at there. That's gonna be a fig there. So people always asking me, my plant ain't got no leaves. Look here. This wasn't even on there yesterday. That's gonna be a fig. My plant ain't got no leaves and some, Y'all, your plant don't always have to have leaves or a bunch of leaves to do what it need to do. Your plant knows what it needs, just like when I hear people say, oh, it's fruiting, but I don't know if I want it to fruit right now. If it's fruiting, trust me, it can handle it. If it can't handle it, it will drop them. You're not going to slow the plant down, especially when it comes to fruit trees. You're not going to slow them down. They're going to do what they want to do, period. If the fruit is going to get aborted, it's going to get aborted or whatever. This LSU, I mean, it's just figs all over. But I will say this, now that it's put on the figs, it's not putting on anymore. So I guess it's going to focus on ripening those up. I wanted to say this, my 4 peaches are still holding on. They are actually good size for what I get, but it's only 4 peaches on the tree now, so I'm not expecting, well, they should be bigger is what I'm saying. Like if I had 20 or 30 peaches, they probably wouldn't be that big. This is the smallest one, and I'm not fooling with them too much. I got 2 more over there. I thought I had lost all the peaches on this tree, but I had to really come in here and look. I'm going to show you these other 2 because the other 2 are actually the bigger 2. They're also on a bigger branch as well. And this branch, you see how it's getting, the sun does peep in here. But there's one there, and that's my hand. I'm telling you, these are some of the biggest peaches that I've ever gotten. And I'm happy with that. I don't have to have a bunch, but that tree will, like I said, that tree done been through some changes. All my trees done been through some changes. At one point in time, the weather, or whatever I did to them, or, a tree got to be able to make it around here to make it around me. Now let me look and see that this Joey Red Flesh, see that these cuttings take. This one look like it ain't. I may have to regraft that. I don't think that took. And this had some stuff coming out of it. I don't think it took either. This took. This is the ample though. Where's that other Joey Red Flesh over there took? Well, I'm having the blues after these Joey Red Flesh grafts. Okay, this one took. I may try to regraft that one more time. And after I regraft that one more time, it's going to be a wrap. Sometimes you can take your sign wood off and it's still green and healthy because it's wrapped up. And you can graft again. I've done it and had them take like that one that took up there. That's what that, and one of the other ones that took. That's what I did. So sometimes if your sign wood is okay, you can do that. Look at my yam. See my peppers? I got some peppers in here too. But look at my yam. And my yam just come up through my tree. The yams aren't very heavy, so I'll let them do it. I use these trees as trellises because they're only going to hold fruit so long. Good Lord. I don't know if y'all can see that. the vines growing up. And in the wintertime, these vines die back and all that falls out of your tree anyway. All those little limbs and stuff, they fall out your tree. So, because as you can see, they're not to where they're blocking, because this tree is making fruit. See the pears? So you can get away with that to an extent. You can get away with it, letting it do that. There's some peppers and stuff I got back here in the shade gardens. I always try to do, I'm gonna try to see, maybe I won't have to use shade cloth on these tomatoes. We're gonna see, because I'm telling you, last year my stuff like to burn up. A lot of these grafts took. I had a few that failed on me. After a while, I had one that I knocked off that I ruined, but for the most part they took. This is more peppers, tomatoes, turmeric, and then this is from Clausen World. This is butterfly pea. I got 2 of them back there, and I'm gonna let them just grow up over this cage. Persimmon, I done showed y'all all that. Everything's out the greenhouse as far as seedlings. I don't have anything left as far as seedlings in the greenhouse. Missy Grando a while ago sent me taro, galangal. I think that's the same thing. I think, but I planted it and it came up and then it died back, and I thought I killed it, and it came back this year. So thanks, Missy. Look at that. That's so cool. See how that water just rolled in there, like water off a duck's back. That's crazy. That's wild. But anyway, bananas, I need to cut all that down. This is berries and grapes, all that kind of stuff. You can see some of the blackberries. I had some birds get over here and eat a couple, but I got one that should be ready before long. Y'all see this? How this one got pretty much ruined before it was even ready. But it's seeds in there, so maybe I'll just squeeze that and let the seeds. But this is the first year that's actually blooming. So, you know, this one is growing a tall cane right now. I expect next year that's gonna be on and popping. See the bird up there? See, my page just come out of my elderberry. Them birds, I guess they eat elderberry too, I guess. That's why I said you want to welcome the birds into your garden. I know they eat stuff. I know, but they eat bugs too. Y'all see my elderberry getting some. I hadn't even looked at this today. To be honest with y'all, I don't look at this elderberry. Look at the growth. Show y'all. Y'all see that green one? Follow them all the way up. That's 10 feet in there, people. 10 feet of growth in 1 year. And I don't even say a year. That started growing in February or March. It's June. See what I'm saying? That's why they say elderberry can take over. If you got an elderberry, and that's coming away from the house. It's too close to the house. But if you got an elderberry, you better cut him back. You better do something, because it'll get out of control real fast. Aisha gave me this too. This is Okinawa spinach. She gave me this too. That's longevity spinach. So they're kind of related. The Okinawa has purple on it. But y'all see my calamandans and one of these citrus up in here is a lemon. What is this here? So this mess makes a flower. Remember that undisclosed? I left a couple of them. That sucker makes a flower. Okay, we're gonna see what you're gonna do. Since you makes a little flower. Cause see, I thought that mess was some weeds, and selectively I went through and started pulling them suckers out. But y'all look at the pears, and then I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. Y'all just look. Can y'all see good? Can y'all see the bounty? Baby, this year is gonna be a pear year. And I got some of them bagged, and hell, I got some of them ain't bagged. I know the squirrel's gonna. Ooh, I'm gonna have to do something. The squirrel gonna get me. They gonna wear me out. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I want to show y'all? I can't really think of nothing off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to get me some more ginger. I'm gonna try to get me some ginger from the store. I'm gonna try to get some that's not irradiated, because that little ginger I had, the little piece over in there, it didn't come back. Oh, I planted some borage See those little plants? I planted some borage. It's been years since I grew borage. Look at those peanuts. Peanut, get your peanut. I couldn't resist. Well, look at the bananas, how pretty. But I got to cut all this. And usually I cut this stuff and just mulch with it, unless it's poison ivy. That poison ivy, I try not to be touching on that. I don't touch it. But yeah, ooh, when the mosquitoes bite you so hard until it just about cripple you. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, people, you can't even. And I didn't mention this. I know I was over here, but I didn't really mention how, because when I'm over here, I have to move quick. Look at the guava. The guava that was on life support. So when people go to the store and be getting this stuff on life support, now let me show you this here. That's the guava I grew from seed. It's growing good, but look at this. Those guavas on life support, those plants on life support. If they're a good price, take a chance on them. It'll hone your skills as a gardener. A lot of times people don't want to take their chance on something. It'll hone their skills. Because I'm going to tell y'all what I told I think it's Gardening with Bernie. She showed some pepper plants at the thing. I'm going to say this and get off. She showed some pepper plants at Lowe's or whatever. And the plants had more peppers. You couldn't even hardly see the plant. It had so many peppers. I had never heard of the particular pepper. It's a cardinal back there. But anyway, the plants, they look bad. But a couple of them, the leaves weren't drooping. It didn't have many leaves, but the leaves weren't drooping. So look for a sign in the plants. Sometimes I think people just look at stuff. Oh, this look a mess. No, look at it close. The ones that the leaves aren't drooping too bad, because that's how those guavas were. The leaves was ate up, but it wasn't just drooping, almost dead. That's why I bought them. Like I told her, those peppers, would I pay full price for them? Hell no. But half price or lower, yeah, I would have got them. I'm going to tell you why. Even on the peppers she showed, the peppers was drying up on the plant. Don't worry about that, y'all. Because guess what's in them peppers? Seeds. Some of them peppers plants look like they had 10, 11, 12 peppers on them. They good sized peppers. Take those peppers off. Either dry the peppers or get the seeds out, dry the seeds. You can at least grow that pepper again, because look how many seeds you got. Each pepper probably got $20 in seeds in it. If you really think about it, you have to think about where your money at. Be thinking. And then once you get those peppers off that plant, rehab that plant. 9 times out of 10, that pepper plant, it's going to come back. Once you take all them peppers off, get it in some good soil, water it, take care of it, that pepper is going to come back and it's going to give you some more peppers. And you already got your seeds for next year, and you already done got your harvest. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes if stuff is on life support and it's marked down, don't always be so scared of it. You don't have to get a bunch of them. Get one. And like I said, that'll hone your skills and it'll boost your confidence about how to garden. Because if you can bring something back from nearby death, all them fruit trees y'all see back there, with the exception of that persimmon, was on life support. I got all those, not the figs. Only 2 of the figs was on life support, the brown turkeys. The other figs I bought as cuttings. But most of that stuff, y'all, was on life support. That's why this gardening stuff don't faze me. I go get some stuff that's damn near dead. Next time you see it, that sucker making fruit. You see what I'm saying? So I always be out here trying to hone your skills and try to learn. And even if you kill it, just make sure you learn from what you did. As long as you learn from what you did, you won the battle, okay? You may not have got that plant. You may have paid $5 and lost the plant, but you may have got a $30, $40, $50 lesson. See, you don't, it's different ways to get an education, okay? So with that being said, until next time, see you guys later.